Good morning everybody, I hope you're all okay. I've just marzipanned, I've got the camera upside down, have I? I don't think it makes any difference with this. I've just marzipanned my cake. Oh, I've been putting this job off. I just can't bear all this ice and sugary stuff all over the place. But yeah, it's done now, so no more nibbling. I have just had another layer off of the bottom, and I'm going to eat this today with Meg. Meg loves marzipan. So I'm going to go and have a nice hot bath, and then we'll see what else we can do today. See you later. I've woken up and decided I want to make this quilt today, so I'm going to. So I've got my quilt fabric, and then I've been to my fabric shop and I have bought some of this, which is what I always use for the guts to put in the middle of a quilt. This stuff here, and it's called Curtain Bump. It's a lot cheaper than like you can buy like pre-cut packs, can't you? I think it's about £4 a metre, so I think that's quite good. I've got 1.5 metres of it, and I think I bought 2 metres of this holly fabric. I got this from Rachel, So Ray Me. And so what I'm going to do first of all is just make a sandwich. So I've got my middle fabric here, I've got my top fabric here, and I'm just going to stick these two together with some of this. So I'll probably spray the curtain bump and then stick the top fabric to it, making sure I line up the edges along the side. And then I will do the same with the bottom fabric, but I'll show you that in a minute. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. There you go, so that's the 2 layers stuck together now. I've tried to line this side up as easy as possible. Not as easy as possible, as neatly as possible. And I'll just cut along here now, but leave a little bit. And then I'll just trim this edge off here. And then I'm going to turn it over and spray it again, and then put my other fabric on the top, which is an old red sheet that I've got from a long time ago. I make quite a lot of quilts like this. If you've got pretty fabric, you don't need to cut it all up to make a quilt. You can just use it and turn it into a quilt with just the fabric. Right, next. There, so that's the back layer stuck on. This is just an old sheet from IKEA. And it's even got a little hole in it, which I don't mind, because if you ever find any holes in things, it doesn't matter, you can always put a little patch over the top. So if that is exposed, I'm just going to put a little sign on it that says Christmas 2020 or something like that. So what I'm going to do now is flip it over, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to quilt it together. There we are, so that's a little quilt sandwich that we've made. Don't worry about any little creases, because they just make the quilt look better. So let's have a look at this from up here. Now, can you see in the fabric that there are natural lines that we don't need to mark anything out? So what I'm going to do is take it over to my sewing machine. You see these little rows here of these small bits of holly. I'm going to stitch along all of those to start with them. And then I'm going to decide which way to do it. Oh, I don't know whether I should do it the other way with the big hollies. I don't know. I'll get over there. I'll decide, and then I'll show you when I've done the first layer. Right. There you go. It's all quilted now. I've done it all in one direction, and that's how I'm going to keep it. I really like it. I'm not going to bother going down the other way. And I've also cut the crusts off of the sandwich, so it's a nice square. So all I've got to do now is put the bias tape on, and then I'm done. It's really nice. It's got a few puckers in it, but it doesn't matter, because in a minute I'm going to put it in the washing machine and then in the dryer, so it all goes all nice and crinkly. And the back's all nice as well. Lovely, but first, toast. Right, before we finish the quilt, we've got to have some toast. I've made myself a horrible cup of tea. Look, I think the tea bag split. So we're up here today, Lizzie, number 20.
I'm here today.
Lizzie is here today. What we got?
Something.
Looks like strawberry to me.
Yeah, on the back.
Strawberry. And whatever the hell that is.
Well, if you look at the sticker.
Yeah, but I still don't know what it is, so I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
Well, it was actually raspberry. I don't know how you say it. Is it lychee? Or how do you say it, James? Lychee? Yeah, it's that. And I thought the cup of tea was... That was nice, by the way. I thought the cup of tea was okay, and then I got to the bottom and look. Oh, awful. Right, I'm going to put the binding on my quilt now, and then we're going to sit and watch a Christmas film. Lovely. I'm now stitching this on, and what I do is just make sure that this edge is lined up here, and then I just make sure I sew in this crease of the bias binding. I always stitch it onto the back first, and then turn it over, and then machine stitch on the front. There you go. Look, I've stitched all the bias binding on now. I just wanted to show you what it looks like when you do it the way I do it. Looks like that on the front, which I think is nice, and on the back looks like that, and I'm happy with that. I know some people like to hand stitch it, but look at these doggy hairs. I'd rather be knitting. I can't be bothered to put it in the washing machine at the moment and dry it. I'm going to sit under it and have a nice cup of tea. But there you go, the quilt all done in less than, well, it took I think just over an hour, which I don't think is too bad. Lovely. Look at these. The girls have just made me another batch of mince pies. I think this is how mince pies are supposed to look, do you? With all the nice stuff all pouring out the edges. Oh, I can't wait to eat one of these tonight. Oh look, they also made dinosaur cakes. They're not very Christmassy, are they? But I won't be having any of those. These are for me. Oh, I can't wait. Hello. I just thought I'd come and have a talk before I get settled down for the night. Lillian's here with me with her new hairstyle. She looks ever so nice. Oh, I've had one of those days today where you think you're going to have a great lazy day, and then you don't sit down for ages. Then when you do sit down, it's for limited time. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever have those days? I don't know what I've been doing, but yeah. I'll show you my socks. I finished a pair of them. I won't talk about them in detail though, because everything that I'm making over this Christmas time I'll be talking about in my first podcast of 2021. Yeah, so we've made, well, the girls made some mince pies, which I'm really looking forward to. Hang on a moment. There they are. These are my they're sugar frost socks, and they're made in Mr. B. Oh, they're going to be called Bird Street Yarn, aren't they, from now on? Drunk Santa. I love them. I'm going to wear them on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I've got my quilt here. Now, when I was making this earlier, that wasn't a tutorial. I was just showing you how I do it. I'm not saying that's the correct way to do it, and I'm not saying that that's how you'd be taught to do it if you went into a class. That's just the way I do it, and it always works for me. But I'll probably get people writing in saying, oh, you shouldn't do it like that, you shouldn't do it like that, but that's just the way I do it. And I'm really, really pleased with it. I quite like just having the one set of lines. I think it looks really nice. I do sort of wish I'd have just done lines going up the quilt though. I think that would have been quite nice. Oh, so we watched Vicar of Dibley last night for our tour of Christmas classics, and we loved it. It was so funny. So tonight we've got Gavin and Stacey, and we're going to watch the older Christmas special, which we're really looking forward to. Oh dear. I've got a nice lemon tea. Oh, it's Johnny. And I've just put some nice hand cream on, which is lemon as well. Oh, well, we've got a bit of bad news. We've had a message, an email from the garden centre where James was going to take Kim tomorrow to see Father Christmas, and they've cancelled. They've cancelled all their Christmas events, which is a shame. Luckily, Kim doesn't understand, and I don't think she really knew in the first place where she was going. But can you imagine, like, all those little kids and who were going to go and see Father Christmas in his grotto? Be horrible, wouldn't it? So luckily Kim, I was going to say just a cat, but she's not just a cat. Luckily Kim isn't sure about what's going on. So also another thing that we've had to cancel this year, but it's okay, everything will work out. We usually take the children shopping in the first week of Christmas, and we just let them pick. You know, well, I quite often say no to all the good stuff when we go shopping. Not everything, but like Lucky Charms, and Lizzie really likes the pots of pre-made jelly. I usually say no to that sort of thing. Meg loves Pop-Tarts, so I just let them just pick what they want, really, just for the couple of weeks that they're off for Christmas. So we're not going to be able to do that this year because we only allow one person in the supermarket once. So I'm going to get them to write a list, and either me or James are going to go at 7 o'clock in the morning as soon as the supermarket opens on Tuesday, and just go and get it all. Because James went today and he said it was crazy. He had to queue to get into the car park because it was so busy. But it is what it is, isn't it? We've just got to do what we've been told and just believe that everybody is doing their best, and we're being told to do these things because I don't really want to talk about it, actually. I want to talk about Christmas and that sort of things. Right, so tomorrow me and Liz are going to have a chat about Christmas Eve. I'd love to get Meg to come and talk to you, but I don't think that's going to happen. Why isn't this doing anything? Oh, it's hand cream gel. Yeah, I need cream. I'd love to get Meg to come and talk to you. I'm going to get her to decorate the Christmas cake tomorrow. Yeah, but me and Liz, I'll see if Johnny will come as well. We're going to have a chat about what is probably the most exciting day of the whole year, Christmas Eve. And I'm going to tell her about when I was a little girl and what we used to do on Christmas Eve. Oh, it was so exciting. I've had some people send some or make some comments saying that my talk yesterday about schools brought back some memories, and quite a few people know the Found a Peanut song, and it is on YouTube as well. Yeah. Oh, you look ever so sweet, Lillian, with your new haircut. Would you like to show everybody? Oh, she looks so sweet. Come here. Come. Oh, here comes Doug. He's just had his dinner. Doesn't she look lovely? Oh, people, I get quite a few questions about the dogs and saying what kind of breed are they. Would you like to tell everybody? They're called Lhasa Apsos or Lhasa Apsos, whatever. I usually say Lhasa, but I wish they were just called something easy to pronounce, like Labrador. And we got Lillian first. We got her, well, we wanted to adopt a dog from, well, anywhere really. We wanted to rescue a dog, but at the time Lizzie was, I think, 18 months. Yeah, she wasn't very old, and they just said she was too young for the adoption places to be able to give us a dog, which was a shame. So one of one of Meg's friends at school had a dog, Amy, who had a litter of puppies, and well, I didn't know to start with whether I wanted one, and then all of a sudden I thought, yeah, we'll get one. and there was 2 left, and there was Lillian and her sister Julia. And when I went round to pick them, to pick which one, Lillian was sat in the corner, and I put my handbag down, and Julia ran over and got hold of the handle and was trying to pull it behind the baby gate. So I said, I'll have that one, and pointed at you, didn't I? Because you were being a good girl, and she has been. No, don't do that, Doug. She has been a good girl ever since. Are you a good girl? Yeah. And then, stop, what are you licking that for? Do you like that hand cream? He likes some weird stuff, this cat. Yes, the hand cream. He likes tea tree. He quite likes bleach as well, which is worrying. If ever we use bleach spray, he's obsessed with it. Don't worry, we keep an eye on it. We're not silly. Oh yeah, so we got Lillian, and then I felt sorry for her. So her mummy, Amy, had another litter, and I said to Melissa, her other mummy, I said, if you have a boy, I'll have one. I would have had a girl as well, but she had, I think, a litter of 6 puppies, and there was 1 boy, and that was Dennis. So we got him, didn't we? Your brother. And that was the best thing I ever did. The first night I bought him her, well, no, they brought him round to us. He was only 8 weeks old, and I put him in his crate at night time, and I was expecting a horrible night because Lillian was quite old when I got her. She was maybe about 4 or 5 months old, so she wasn't a puppy. Well, she was a puppy, but she wasn't a proper baby like he was. So she was fine, always fine. But I was expecting the night from hell. I was expecting him to cry and whimper all night. So I put him in his crate and I went to bed. And then I woke up the next morning at about 8 o'clock and I thought, oh, the puppy. Because I don't want to be horrible, but I actually thought he'd died because I hadn't heard a peep from him all night. And I went downstairs, I looked, and he was sat there like this. You were sat in front of his crate, weren't you? And I opened the gate, picked him up, took him outside, and he weed, and he was completely dry. I couldn't believe it. He was house trained instantly from 8 weeks old. He was such a good boy. Can you hear that? He's still a good boy now. Very lucky. Oh, she's off. Lillian, get down. Come on. Oh, come on, darling. Right, not Lillian, Daddy and Lizzie have gone on their nighttime walk. They go for a 45-minute walk. Did I say walk? You've already been for a walk today. They go on a 45-minute walk every night. So they've gone. So when James gets back, we're going to watch Gavin and Stacey. I'm really looking forward to it. And have one of those nice mince pies that the girls made. Sorry, I went into a daze then. Do you ever do that? Right, Lillian, would you like to come and sit with me? Maybe you'd like your dentist stick now. Oh, I hope I've got some. I didn't put those on the list when Daddy went to the supermarket. Maybe a treat or something like that. Or a sausage. Where's Patsy? Where's Lovely? Where's the babies? Where's the babies? She thinks they're her puppies. They're not your babies, are they? Oh, hello, I didn't realise you were under the table. Dennis is here as well. He's having his hair cut tomorrow. Of course, hard work for James, not for me. I can understand why dog groomers charge so much money for it. That's a lot of work, isn't it? Right, I'm off. Oh, what a lovely lemon tea. Hello, Doug. You good boy? You're so nice, aren't you? Oh. Right, see you tomorrow. Bye.